Thank you guys so much for joining me on my radio podcast. This is Deborah the Judge radio podcast, all the way from Putnam County, Florida. Yes, Putnam County, Florida, in the northern central section of Florida, the Sunshine State. Okay, the alligator state. I have alligators and shit that be on my back pond out there in the back and shit. So I had to be very careful when I go outside. Whew, at least until I get me a gun. Because right now I'm waiting for my license because I want to get a license. But in Florida, you don't need a license to carry a gun, but I just want one, to get another gun so that I will have it just in case there is some animal attacks and shit. Because believe it or not, that's the one thing that I don't like about being down here in Florida is that they have a lot of alligators. And now in this particular area, they done seen a couple of fucking pythons. What? What the fuck? Pythons. I'm talking about serious 10, 12-foot fucking pythons down here. Okay? Ooh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, thank you guys for coming on. If this is your first time following me on YouTube, please understand that this is an opinionated podcast. It is a opinionated podcast. It's my opinion and my opinion only. And you guys know that when you have an opinion, it comes from your education. It comes from what you have experienced in life. So we can always agree to disagree. Okay? And the first thing I want to say is I feel really sad because Instagram has basically won't let me post anything until January the 4th and shit. They always fucking with me. But see, this the problem is when I see something on Instagram, I might post something in my opinion about that post, right? But then there's always some motherfucker that feel like they gotta come on what I post and post they shit. Now they're not posting on the actual post. They're just posting on the shit that I post. As if they're gonna try to shut me down. But what they don't know is that I do this shit for fun. And sometimes I just fuck with people or just say some shit. Coming from my comedy career, for those who know me, I did comedy, stand-up comedy for, over 11, 12 years. But I'm retired from that now, right? And I would also suggest to you that if you're feeling down and depressed, one of the things that helped me when I was going through some trials and tribulations, really serious trials and tribulations with caring for my mom, who was almost 100 years old, and doing things for her, running back up and forth to Chicago from the Atlanta area. And that was a lot of shit, driving back and forth every month, checking on her, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. God rest her soul. She lived to be 100 years old. Asa May Stanback. That's the real G right there. That's the real OG. I learned a lot from her. Can you imagine having somebody around you that has lived, that was born in 19 and 18? Can you imagine the things that she knew and experienced through the depression when she was a child, through all of the Jim Crow laws and all of this stuff, okay? How women were treated and how black men were treated. But anyway, let me move on. As you saw in the title, well, let me do a quick recap, okay? Recap on yesterday, I talked about Venezuela. They got all them folks from Venezuela is down at the tip of Mexico almost. Over 8,000 plus immigrants coming up to the United States. Now, let me tell y'all something. Black people, listen closely. If you live in a city where you're going to have all these Venezuelans and shit coming to your city, you better learn how to fucking speak Spanish. Okay? Learn how to fucking speak Spanish. So don't listen to them white folks telling y'all, well, they coming to America and they need to learn how to speak English. Yeah, they should, but that shit ain't happening. If you look at your TV sometime, at least on my TV, I don't know about yours, But I see commercials that are in Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Threw me for a fucking loop. It should have even didn't even have the English subwriting. It was just in fucking Spanish. And I was saying to myself, black folks, y'all better fucking wake up and learn fucking Spanish. Because when they come to your town, they're going to be willing to work much harder than your ass. And people are going to hire those that's going to work the hardest. Now, I'm not saying all Venezuelans and shit is working hard, because you know a lot of them people, and they got mad at Trump when Trump said it, right? When he said, it's the worst of these people that's coming. They're worse. They're coming from the jails. They're coming from the mental institutes. They got so mad at Trump. I just be cracking up shit, right? And sometimes I go on social media and I say some shit because I know it's going to fuck people up. They're going to get mad and shit, especially if I say anything in support of Trump. And I do that shit sometimes just to fuck with people, just because, right? Because they don't think more than one direction. They just think in one direction. I'm like, you got to take a look at all this shit. It's about controlling everybody, whether you're Republican or Democrat. It's about controlling you. Think about it. All these damn taxes and shit you pay. Why the fuck are you paying taxes on money you work for? What kind of bullshit is that? But we so busy fighting between each other. They got all this racist shit going on, right? So we said we'll let them fight over bullshit. Okay, while we take all of their money, get rid of the middle class, give every country the money that they working for, don't provide no health care for them, increase their food amount for food. Do you know they got laws and shit that won't allow you to collect water? And water from the sky is fucking free. Got a lot of shit that's in place that won't allow you to prosper if you're not connected into the grid, to the AI. Because AI, you know, AI is getting ready to take over, but this ain't nothing new. It's biblical. But anyway, let me just go on. So black people, Google up how to fucking speak Spanish. It's not hard. Spanish is one of the easiest damn language you can learn. You could Google that shit up. Me llamo Deborah. ¿Cómo te llama? Me gusta esto. No comprende español. Learn how to fucking speak some shit, okay? So if them motherfuckers be around you, you know what the fuck they saying. And sometimes I'll be in the store and shit, and Mexicans be saying shit. And as a black person, they just automatically think, because you an American black, you don't know shit, right? And they'll be saying some shit, and I'll be knowing what the fuck they be saying, right? And I don't say nothing, but I just be like, okay, how you really feel. Because them Venezuelans and shit, they hate black people too. They hate our asses. They just do. And they think they better. Zoo eating motherfuckers, you know. People get mad. I know y'all mad at me because I said Venezuelans and shit eat zoo animals. Well, a couple of years ago, they was eating fucking zoo animals. You can get mad if you want to. Well, how do you know? Because I'm on social media and shit. And people from all over the world comment on my posts and shit. See, before I retired, I told you I was a stand-up comedian. But I was always doing this shit since 2006. I was on fucking MySpace. And y'all young people, y'all don't even know what the fuck MySpace is. Hey, Kelly Ray, my girl Kelly Ray, all the way from the north, up north, okay? I was on MySpace and shit. So I'm always trolling. Yes, I troll shit because I want to know what the fuck is going on. Especially when we get to be old people. Because they're trying to kill off old people anyway because they don't want to pay no more Social Security to us. And they don't want to pay for Medicare because, you know, the older your ass get, the sicker you get. And the hospitals drowning in taking care of old ass motherfuckers. That's why they gave old people all of the COVID shot first in the nursing home, and a lot of them motherfuckers died. I'm like, I'm not taking this shit. Fuck you. And the horseshoe rode in on. And people was mad at me. Until like 4 years later, when half the people and shit that they knew old people was dead and gone, and they looking at me. I'm like, hell no, I'm not taking this shit. They said, well, how you able to travel? You went overseas and shit? I'm like, anybody can get a COVID card. Make your own COVID card. I'll do some shit. Okay, who knows? I come from an ingenious family. Okay, I learned a lot of devious shit from my brothers and shit. Cause them motherfuckers know some shit. They drug addicts, and drug addicts is some smart motherfuckers. Cause they think of all kind of ways to make some money. All kind of ways. I'm gonna tell you one little incident with one of my brothers. Right, this motherfucker was smart as hell. He was a genius. He was a drug addict. And what he would do is in Chicago, when you illegally park, they put a boot on your fucking car. So it's like a little steel boot that they put on your car and they lock it, okay? Not a shoe boot. Some of y'all, come on now. Wait, come on, y'all. Use common sense, okay? So they put a boot on your car so you couldn't move it. So my brother learned how to fucking remove the boot and shit on the car. So he would go around the neighborhood and remove the boots and shit. They'd pay him $50 to remove the boot. And wait a minute. Then he'd turn around and take the boots and take them back to the police station and throw them back over the fence and shit. Because he wanted to make sure they had enough boots so they could boot up again some more cars. And he would make all kind of money and shit. They was masters at making money. I think one year they made probably close to about $220,000. Because the main thing that they like to do is go to like CVS and Walgreens and shit. They go in there and they walk around. They make sure security officer is around, right? So they go in there, they walk around and shit. And they would take something and put it in their coat. And they would make sure the police officer see them. So they would hurry up, scoot out like they was going to leave out. As soon as they got out the store, the police officer or the detective would grab them. And they would fall on the ground and shit. Like they was injured, like their back was fucked up. And then when they picked them up and took them back in the store and opened up the coat, wasn't nothing in the coat. Because they really didn't steal anything. They just act like they were stealing some shit, right? So now they got a lawsuit, and instead of having to go to court, they would just give them, like $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to not to go to court because of that. Until finally they was like, I was up there with my brother one day. We went into one of the stores, CVS or either Walgreens, and they stopped them at the door. No, you can't come in here. No, you couldn't. I was like, what the fuck? And then my brother told me why they won't let him in. So they had to go from one store to another. They probably elevated to Walmart by now. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Yeah, learn how to speak some damn Spanish, okay? That's what's going to help you out in the end, because they're coming, and they're coming in a big way. By the time they get up here in a couple of months, it's probably going to be about 30,000 strong. And these people are walking. These people are not on a motherfucking bus and shit or jumping on trains. These people are actually walking. Got their kids and shit with them. And Venezuela said, no, you motherfuckers can't come back. You leaving, you don't come back here. But that's all I'm going to say. If you want to hear more about what I researched on Venezuela and shit, you can go to yesterday's video. But you better know what Venezuelans look like. Because a lot of people, just like what black people, think that all black people look the same. Black people don't fucking look the same. African Americans that were born in this country who are of Negro descent, they don't look like Africans. Yeah, we got the same color skin, but we're not the same. A Nigerian and a person from Kenya, a person from South Africa, yeah, they all black, but they don't look the same. They're from different tribes and have different characteristics. And that's the same thing with Hispanic people. Venezuelan people don't look like fucking Mexicans from Mexico. They're totally different. Okay? So get that in understanding, but learn how to fucking speak Spanish. Comprende? Sí. Okay. So let's get to this Trump bullshit real quick before I get into the hood news. How about Donald J. Trump? You see, Donald J. Trump is a chess player. Donald Trump says he honors Black Lives Matter. Now, I know a lot of white people, especially if they're a little racist, they're like, what the fuck? He honoring Black Lives Matter. How about, I think it's Massachusetts, there is a leader up there who's a Black Lives Matter leader, And he came out and he said, we tired of Democrats. We tired of the shit that they pulling on black people. We done with them. Okay. So I'm throwing my support by Donald Trump. So he's been in contact with Donald J. Trump, right? So Donald Trump says, I am honored to have Black Lives Matter support. Honey, let me tell you, when liberals hear this shit, it's gonna fuck their asses up. The fact that he said, and it's of course it's gonna fuck some white people up, but guess what? They ain't gonna do shit. They gonna stand strong. It's you gotta take one for the team, racist white people. Take one for the team. They gonna be mad as hell. He's supporting black. Okay, but you know what? At the end of the day, they looking at him and they looking at Biden. And his Biden is never going to go well with them. Never, never, never. Okay, never gonna go well. I can't wait till you don't hear that shit in the news either, right? You ain't heard none of that shit. See, shit like that, they don't want you to hear. They want you to hear the nigger shit when they talking about what black people doing and they going to the stores looting shit. Well, look, I be looking at all these YouTube stations and shit, and I see white people doing the same stupid shit. In fact, they be doing more stupid shit because a lot of them think that they're entitled to do shit. Where black people will take some shit and run out the store. White people just, Laxi Go Daisy, take their shit and just go out the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, I don't have enough money to buy this shit, so fuck it. It's like I was in the store down here the other day, right? And so the lady that was in front of me was a couple, white couple. And they wasn't old, they was probably middle age. And they had in the Dollar General store, and they had a little cart full of food, you know. So they was paying for their food, and then they had it was a pack of meat that was sitting on the counter where the lady had forgot to ring it up. They took that pack of meat and set it in their goddamn grocery bag that she had already rung up, and I just looked at them because I was like, because I was getting ready to say, oh, you forgot to. With my fucking tail all ass, I was going to tell the cashier, "Oh, you forgot to ring that shit up." If I was being like a facetious motherfucker, I would say, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am, you forgot to ring that up." But she was white too, so she probably knew that shit was over there, and she was gonna let them have that shit. But if I tried to do that shit, she'd let me know. Excuse me, ma'am. Wait a minute, back it up. Let me take that item and scan it. Okay, that's how the shit would have rolled. But I just shook my head at the end of the day. I was like, damn, they got it like this. And then you gonna get mad at me. I was working with some white people, white nurses. Okay, for those who don't know, yeah, I'm a registered nurse and shit, retired. And I work for the federal government, so I know some shit. I mean, 30 years of mental health shit. So there's a lot of things that I see about people, and I'm gonna talk to you about that gay shit in a minute, about what I see as a person who work in the field of nursing and how you detect people that's gay and shit like that, right? But anyway, so I'm saying to myself, we going through the line, we out on an investigation, because I'm an investigative nurse for the federal government. I did that shit for a number of years. That's why I know how to do research and shit, because I work for the federal government. Not to brag that I was the only black person doing this in the state of Georgia. Not to brag, but I'm just saying, I know some shit, okay? Anyway, so I'm out there, and me and my team, we going to the hospital. So we going to the hospital. It's me, I'm the team leader, and there's about 4 other people that's with me. They're all Caucasian, right? So we go into the hospital to do an investigation because we heard some shit was going on. And we investigate shit for the governor. I mean, for the federal government to see if the hospitals is doing the right shit or they fucking up, misusing people, wrong surgeries. Because the hospitals do some all fucked up shit all the time. I've seen it. And what we do, we come in, investigate to see if it's true or if it's not true and shit. So when we come, you motherfuckers hate to see us coming because we know we coming with a fist down. So we get in there. And we sitting all around the table, and we got the vice president of the hospital, the chief of staff, all these important people in this huge hospital, right? So we get in there, and I'm going to show you how the mentality is of people. So we get in there, we sitting around the table, and they come in, And they bring all this shit that we requested, right? And they take it over to the lady that's next to me, my counter partner. Now I'm the fucking team leader, but she white. So they take it over to her and set her shit down, right? And so when we get ready to start talking, I'm the one that started talking. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, I'm the head leader. I'm the head nigga in charge. That's right. In my mind, I ain't really saying that shit, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm the head nigga in charge. So they looking at me now because they done walked all over me and everything that my team people is other four other people. Whatever they asked for, they gave they shit to them like that. Whatever they wanted. And they took their fucking time giving me the shit I needed. But now they learn I'm the fucking team leader. And I'm sitting back now like, yeah, motherfucker. If you didn't have any problems, you're going to have some shit now. Because I'm going to find some shit on your ass just for disrespecting me like that. So now they're all in my face. Well, how you doing? You want some coffee? You want some Coke? I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want anything. I'm good. I said, but what I need for you to do is get this, 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 and this. And I need it like yesterday. And now they running out trying to get it because they know that we find shit. We can find them. We can FINE find them. And some of the fines could be over $100,000, $200,000. Okay. And you know me, I'm coming in like, oh, you gonna disrespect me? I'm gonna find some shit on your ass. You can't hide shit from me. Cause how I can find the shit is I go and talk to the housekeeper. I go and talk to motherfucker in the kitchen and shit and get the real deal on what's going on. But anyway, I'm saying that to say this. So we in the hospital, and these are my counterpartners, people that I work with. And that's why I say even people that you work with can be hateful. They can be jealous and shit of your ass and stuff, right? I ain't never really was a racist person, but I say shit that's on my mind. If I see some dirty shit going on and you Caucasian, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you, I said, that's some bullshit that you're doing. Okay, so we in there eating, going through the line, the cafeteria line, right? And so I'm there with my other four counterparts. They getting their food or whatever from the people that's behind the serving line. So when I got my serving of chicken, the lady gave me 3 wings. You're supposed to get 2. She gave me 3 wings. So we went and sat down. Do you know the motherfucking bitches didn't say shit to me? They was mad at me because I got an extra fucking wing. They had 2 wings on their plate. The lady gave me 3. And they got mad as fuck. And I'm saying to myself, And so finally, it eased them up so bad to one of them had to say some shit. Well, I don't understand. We're paying the same price, but why did they give you an extra wing? I said, why in the world does you get extra shit because you white? Why do I pay more because I'm black? Because I live in a certain neighborhood. Why I got to pay more insurance? I said, I ain't bitching about that, and you worried about a fucking extra wing? Really? Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. And some of them would laugh at that shit. Some of the white ones would laugh. But the other ones, they just, because they just couldn't stand me. I could just see them when they get in their room at night. That motherfucking black nigga, that bitch. I know that's what they were saying, but it was okay. Okay, because I was what? The team leader. But I can tell you stories and shit about that, had you guys cracking up. But there's always one white person that's always going to be on your side. They ain't going to do it in front of the other white people. Okay? They ain't going to, because they don't want to jeopardize their whiteness. But there's always one white person that's going to like you and it's going to help you out. And they're going to keep you abreast of shit. That's always been my saving grace. I've always had one white person that liked me, and I liked them personally, even the ones that didn't like me because I used to just do shit to fuck with them. But anyway, let me go here. So yes, Trump said he is honored to have Black Lives Matter supporting him, and I'm waiting for that shit to come out. So you guys know that Michigan now has the Supreme Court of Michigan has said that Trump can be on the ballot. So he's on the ballot. And of course, you guys know that in 2016, Trump took Michigan. And then in 2020, Biden stole Michigan. I know some of y'all mad right now because I said that they stole the election. I don't care. I'm just saying. I lived in Atlanta during the election, and I saw where they had putting votes and shit in the machine and shit over and over and over again. I saw that shit, and video tapes and shit was sent to different Republican organizations, and they never put any of that stuff on TV. It went through social media, but it never went on TV. So when people say, "How in the hell you support Trump?" I'm like, "Cause I know some shit about Trump that you don't know." I was Trump Facebook friend. When I was doing stand up comedy and shit, I Facebook Trump and became a Facebook friend and had some conversations with him on Facebook in private messages and shit. So I know some shit about Trump. But I'm not gonna share that right now. I'm just saying. That's my dog right there. Okay, so with that said, on to the next. Israel and Hamas, it's the same old shit. Israel is going to fight to the end. And basically, they're going to fight till they kill a lot of those Palestinians. They're going to kill their ass. It just is what it is. Okay? They want that land. In fact, that Gaza area, whatever, when the Palestinians say from the river to the sea, Israel is saying the same thing. From the river to the sea, we gonna fuck y'all up. We gonna kill y'all ass. We gonna get rid of you. And I know a lot of people saying, "Well, that's not fair." Humanitarian, the innocent people and shit. Listen, this shit is war. It's war. And for those who were here in 2001, when the World Trade Center was fucking hit, and then they hit the second World Trade Center, and then they hit another significant building. I can't think of the name of the building that they hit, and all the people died. America said, "What? Never again. Never again. That shit is not gonna happen again." So what did they do? They found that motherfucker. They went over there and found the terrorists that did that shit. Couldn't hide under no underground. Couldn't get away. Killed his ass. Found his ass when that shit happened. So we can't sit around and say that country can't protect themselves. They should have never fucking went to that place, that music festival, and kidnapped them damn people. They should have never did it. So it's on you. And I know you say innocent people and shit, but that's the thing about war. That's the thing about war. There's no innocent people in war. It's not. These people are considered to be collateral damage. And I know you people gonna get mad. And it's not so much that I'm supporting the Jewish and the state of Israel. That's not it. They could have been any country. And they could have came in. It could have been Russia coming in Ukraine and stealing 240 people and terrorizing them. They have a right to defend themselves, and they doing it. And Biden can say whatever the fuck he want to say, because he ain't nothing but a bullshitter telling, "Oh, it's humanitarian. We got to cease fire just a little bit." There ain't nobody fucking cease fire. They trying to kill them motherfuckers. Okay, the Jewish people say, we ain't going to do it. This shit is not going to happen to us again. Fuck you in the horseshoe road in Hebrew. And speaking of the Jewish community, Kanye West has come out to apologize. He said, "I am so sorry. I am so sorry that I said that to the Jewish people. I'm so sorry if I hurt anybody. I'm so sorry that I lost that $500 million contract with Adidas." His money went from $1.5 billion down to $400 million. That's the power of the Jewish community here in America. Shut your ass down. They don't play. They will shut your ass down. And that's what they did to Kanye. They fucked him up so bad. He had a little Sunday service. Remember he was born again Christian. See, them people don't fool me when they come in talking about they born again. I'm a born again. You ain't born shit, okay? And I like Kanye because he got some nice music, right? But he comes on, he had a little Sunday service and shit, and all the Christian people that love him now, "Oh, we accept him. He coming in the church." How about the place that he had the Sunday service yesterday? He just up and left that motherfucker. And the people said, He just left the shit in disarray. It wasn't cleaned up or nothing. He just fucking left, abandoned the shit. Okay, and that's what these actors and a lot of these musicians do. They always claim, even Justin Bieber, they always claim, like, I got this religion thing going on and I discovered God and all this kind of shit. Justin Bieber did the same thing. But Justin Bieber, I think what he did, because he was tormented and also he was sexually essayed. I think he took refuge in the church to try to get away. I think that's what he tried to do on his particular end. But there are a lot of these people that come out and act like they all churchy now, like Nas. Little Nas come out talking about he born again. I'm like, nigga, please. Stop it. With your little blood shoes and shit. Your demonic and Illuminati shit in all your videos and shit with the Baphomet behind you. Stop, little Nas. And I'm so disappointed to report Tyrese. Tyrese has died. Not in the normal sense, okay? Because I like Tyrese, Fast and Furious. Tyrese, black chocolate. Ooh, boy. Ooh, he just a kid to me. I'm just talking shit. I don't fuck with little kids and boys and shit like that. I'm grown. I don't fuck with nobody at this age and shit. I'm just trying to breathe every day. Okay, but anyway. So he come out wearing a red dress. Yes, Tyrese. A red dress. So he's standing between two guys on this side, two guys on that side. And I posted the picture on this video so you could see it. I said to myself, this motherfucker done sold out. He done sold out. And a lot of these stars and shit, they sell out because of money. See, he was having all kind of, if he ain't making no Fast and Furious movie, he does sing pretty well. So he does, different concerts and shit. But all the money that he got to pay his ex-wife for the kids and all this kind of shit, his money was running lower than what he wanted it to. So in order for him to get more gigs and this kind of that and that kind of stuff, he's selling out. See, this is the same thing that brought this Tyler Perry shit to the forefront with Christian Keys. The fact a lot of these men got to bend over and touch their toes in order to get certain positions. This is how the game is played. That's why sometimes when you find a lot of stars, they want one hit wonders, and you wonder why. Because they didn't want to touch their toes. And if they females, all they do is pass them around. Like I told you allegedly about Miley Cyrus. There was a guy that was in one of my comment sections that said he was a privy. He was a model for Calvin Klein, I think, and was at one of these industry parties and saw where they passed Miley Cyrus around to a point so bad that she had started bleeding. They had screwed this girl so bad. Was it in the news? No, it's not going to be in the news. A lot of shit that I talk about comes from people who've experienced different things that will contact me or email me and give me the 411, etc. And I ask them, is it okay to use your name or whatever? Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. And they're from different parts of the world, not just here. I know people shit that contact me from Asia and shit, Dubai, Italy, and a lot of different places. So you don't know about me. You must not know about me. Because I've been a lot of damn places. I've traveled a lot. And I'm not talking about in the military. And I'm not bragging. But I'm just saying, I've been to Italy. I know about those Italian men. I'm just saying. There's some sexy motherfuckers right there. Okay. I know about Switzerland. I've been to Switzerland. I've been to Africa, Ghana, Israel twice. And I'm not just bragging. But I'm just telling you that when I say some shit, I know some shit. Now, I don't always get everything 100% right because I forget some shit sometimes. You get older, TD Jakes is 66. Hell, I'm about 5 or 6 years older than his ass, okay? Okay, but so let's talk about TD Jakes a little bit. Shall we? TD Snakes. TD cakes. They call him TD Jakes, all kind of shit. But I think what's going to happen with TD Jakes, I think that his health is going to start suffering. That's the same thing that happened to my pastor, my old pastor, Eddie L. Long. I think it's going to be the same scenario of how it plays out in his life. Now he's trying to fight this shit. He's trying to fight these allegations now. He done teamed up with Oprah and shit. He also done got on social media and YouTube, and he's trying to go after these YouTube bloggers. Not me, because I ain't got a whole lot of people on mine. I just got a few people here and there. Because I'm not trying to be blow up. I go on YouTube because I just be venting shit that I want to say. Okay. So I ain't ask. That's why I don't ask for no money. PayPal. Just send me some money. Click the likes. I can give a fuck about any of that. I just come on so that I could stay sharp about what's going on. So anyway, so he's coming after the bloggers. So there is a guy by the name of Storm. I think his name is Monroe Storm, and he did a little video on his podcast about TD Jakes, and it showed where he had TD Jakes was talking about his Christmas sermon, talking about, well, all I got to do is repent, and I'm good. Lord forgives, you know. So he had that on there. So TD Jakes' team has now come after him, and a lot more bloggers that is using his material, saying it's a copyright infringement. So they're getting what they call a strike on their channel. Now you get so many strikes on your channel, YouTube will shut your ass down. And they already don't like certain things. That's why a lot of conservatives have been stricken down, especially if you talk anything against this administration or Hillary, or they think you're a conspiracy theorist like what's his name, Alex Jones, who says a lot of truthful shit. If you listen to Alex, you may not like him, but he say a lot of shit that he done said that's true. A lot of people think he's an operative in that. I'm just saying, I met Alex Jones before. You don't know about me. You must not know about me. Okay, but anyway, so he says a lot of things that end up being true. But people like him and a lot of conservatives, when they come out and try to wake people up about what's really going on, they shut their shit down. They will shut them down. Lisa Haven is pretty good. Y'all know about Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray is on my feed right now. Y'all got to check out her channel. Kelly Ray, check out her channel, as well as Maurice Delk as well, conservatives. Okay. So let's just get to it. So anyway, so with TD Jakes and Oprah teaming up, they trying to figure out a way how you gonna get out of this shit. But as I said before, he's on the same scenario or story, the way it's going, just like Eddie L. Long, who you guys know died of cancer. It wasn't HIV. I know a lot of you, he was having sex with these young boys. No, it wasn't HIV. It was cancer that he died. And I think with TD Jakes, and I don't wish death on anybody, okay, because I ain't got too far along myself, okay, but I think that he is going to start getting really, really sick. But I think before that happens, because he's got so much money, he's worth about $450 million. So he's going to start trying to divvy off some of the business stuff to his family members so that people can't come after him and steal and be sued for all of his shit. So he's smart because he sees the writing on the wall. And at the same time, of course, denouncing this. But this is what I want you to think of when you think about TD Jakes. I said TD Jokes. TD Jokes, to me, this is my personal opinion. He is the grandfather of the gay LGBT Black Christian church. He's the godfather. Or I should say the grandfather. Let me say the grandfather is up here. The tier. This is the grandfather. Underneath you had who? Bishop Eddie L. Long, which was my pastor. He is the father. And then under him, you have who? Kirk Franklin, who is the son. Now, of course, there are many what I would call fathers like Eddie Long. It's a bunch of them because it's been my experience of what I told you that I saw when I was attending New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. All these damn gay people would be coming in there sitting in the pulpit. It was just tons of them. And I named some names before, but this is my personal opinion. A lot of these singers, like Donnie McClurkin, would come to the church. People like Byron Cage. Now, I'm not saying that they're gay because I can't say that they're gay, okay? But what I'm saying is that there's always an affiliation somewhere along the way. Now, I'm not saying that they're gay, but I'm just saying. And I would notice that all these gay singers would always show up and sing. And I know listening to the people, because it was about 18,000 strong, he'd have 2 different services, and people would be all out in the back, all out in the front, all in the parking lot, over in the Life Center like a huge gym. That shit would be packed with people because he had a word. He knew how to preach. He knew how to get to people. He knew how to talk to people. He knew how to put it like this, make people who were depressed feel better for a while. He had that shit down pat. But he knew he was struggling with some shit. And there was only one person, and I told you yesterday I couldn't think of his name, but but this guy's name was Bishop Neil Ellis from the Bahamas. And to me, that was really his only friend, how I saw it. Because T.D. Jakes and a lot of the rest of them that came in there, they never addressed the LGBT issue with him, with Bishop Long. He was the only one that addressed that shit. Because he came in the church, as I told you yesterday. He looked around all on the pulpit. He said, basically what he said, man, what the fuck is going on? What is you doing with all this gay shit here? Now I'm paraphrasing this shit. You got to get rid of this shit. There's nothing wrong with people coming to the church who gay, but by now they should be standing up straight. They shouldn't have any bent backs and bent fingers and shit. By now, he was calling that shit out. He told Bishop, but he was the only one that had the nerve to come in and tell Bishop. And the congregation was fucking silent. I was the only one. That's right, Bishop. That's right, Bishop Ellis. I'm the only one. Everybody else quiet and shit, right? Because people that are not your friends are not going to tell you the truth. Because they want to be your friends. Think about it. If a person was really your friend, they would tell you something, or they would support you in something that was really going to better you. Not just to be your second hand and just be there. If you ever notice when you see 2 women hanging together, it's always one woman that looks better than the other one, right? They got more shit going on, that's popping and shit like that. And then the other one is a little mousy little one. She may not dress as good. She may be a little uglier or that kind of thing, right? And everything that the one do that's more popular, the little ugly duckling will always kind of agree with her and, just be middling around, would never tell her the truth when she do some fucked up shit. But your friend is going to tell you the righteous thing to do, even if it means you don't want to fuck with them no more. If it's a friend, I would rather tell you the truth and save your fucking soul than pretend that we're going to be friends. That's where a lot of parents fuck up at. Because they see their children and they know their child is doing some gay tendency shit. And they love their child so much that they don't want to hurt their feelings, so they don't say nothing. They just say, well, I'll support him. He's my son, and I'm just going to support him. No, you got to tell him who in the fuck he is. Because that falls on your ass when you don't and you know. It falls on you at the end of the day. Because remember, children see shit and they become what they see. So if they're being taught in school that LBGT shit is cool, and they see a guy out here wearing a dress and it's cool, that's what they're going to think is okay. They don't know better. They just going by what they see and what they've been taught in school. So it's up to you as a fucking parent to stand up, get some fucking backbone, so your child can be free in the future. But no, you want to be friends with your child. You don't want your child to just like, y'all want to be girlfriend buddies, okay? But a true friend or a true parent is going to take the risk and tell that child, listen, I know, there's some things going on with your life. I get it. I know what you've been taught, or I don't know what I did that was wrong. You got to admit as a parent that you did some fucked up shit, that you did some wrong shit too. Covering shit up like your ass is good and holy. You fucking everybody in the fucking in college and shit. You smoking more weed and shit. You might have been bent over your damn self, okay? But at the end of the day, you got to be righteous with your children. Because you are going to be held accountable for that, but not telling them. Because you got to think about it like this, okay? So getting back to T.D. Jakes. So T.D. Jakes allegedly, what I call the grandfather of the gay movement in the church, he got a gay son, allegedly. Bishop Long, the father in the church, he got a gay son, allegedly. And now you got Kirk Franklin's son, who's acting out on social media. I'm willing to bet that he's gay. But you see the pattern of this shit is so deep. And the lifestyle is so deep into this shit that it's been a cover up for so long. And the church people or the Christian people just sit idly back and don't say shit because the pastor makes them feel good once a week to deal with the depressive shit that they got to deal with. They'll give pastor money and won't even fucking pay their bills. Who the fuck does that? I seen it at New Birth and other places as well. All these high-powered bishops. When I was at New Birth, they had a convention, a Baptist convention down in New Orleans. And at that time, that was way before Katrina. Bishop Paul Morton, y'all know Bishop Paul Morton. Let it rain, it's gonna rain. Okay, that's his hometown. He was a big mega pastor too. And you had all these bishops, black bishops, who was strutting in through the dome. It was like popping circumstances and shit. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is this? So they walking through the aisle, coming down the aisles and shit. Everybody is sitting, like a stadium, and they holding the cross and shit, all sanctimonious and shit. Everybody just jeering, it's like you in the fucking Coliseum. I'm looking at this. Okay, what kind of bullshit is this? So they get down there and they all sitting all up on the stage and shit. All these bishops and shit with these mega churches. You can imagine how much money these motherfuckers rolled in. It's about 13, maybe 10 or 13 bishops. May not have been that many, okay? But these are like the biggest preachers in the black church in the United States. Eddie Long, 20,000 members. T.D. Jakes, 30,000 members. Paul Morton, 30,000 members. And it just, Trotter, 15,000 members. McClendon, so many members. You see what I'm saying? So here you got all of this money sitting up on stage. And they was trifling as hell because they were talking, we gonna bless you. I need 1,000 people with $1,000 come right down here to the front. And that motherfucker was coming down here to the front too. I was like, ain't that a bitch? I said, let me go down to the front and see if I can rub shoulders with some of this money. Ooh, I ain't shit, I know, but it is what it is, okay? They all down, got their money and shit. $1,000 check, that's right in. And then they went down to $500. $500. I need 500 people with $500. And here they come running down, got their money. They had so much fucking money, and then it went down to $50. So I was waiting them to go down to $10 or 20, something like that. They never went down to 10 or 20. They stopped at $50. I'm like, shit, I ain't giving no $50 shit. I have to pay to come down here, hanging out, because I like to go and listen to the music at these big events and shit, because they have all the stars there. Like I say, Donnie McClurkin and Byron Cage and, Micah, all of these people, Yolanda Adams, Kurt Franklin. He was a standard. He'd be there all the time, right? Anyway, but you know why, okay? And they would be preaching, and they'd be asking for money and shit. Okay, but this is what got me. What got me is that one of the preachers, Bishop Trotter, out of Chicago. My mother lives in Chicago, so she attended his church. And come to find out that allegedly there's some gay shit going on in his church that he was involved with. And then there was some more allegedly gay shit with another pastor in New Orleans, a big pastor that was involved with. And I'm saying to myself, damn, all these people up here, these ministers and shit, making all this money, now it's some gay shit. The only person that I have not heard of some gay shit was Bishop Neil Ellis. And there's probably a few more that was up there too. But all this gay shit started coming out. Now I can't talk and shit and read y'all shit too at the same time. I think God wouldn't be mad at you either. Take a few pills. I love you. Mwah. See, these are the kind of people that I need on my timeline. Because I be talking a lot of shit, right? But some people take shit so serious. But at some point, you got to not take things so serious all the time. Because you fucking go crazy. Go to a comedy club. You have a lot of fun. Go to the comedy club. I challenge you. And go on stage. On what they call amateur night. Just get up there on amateur night and tell your story. At a place that you don't know anybody. That way you can be truthful. If you notice that a lot of people got friends and they don't tell their friends what's really going on. Those intimate things and shit that they got. Like their gay tendencies. They don't tell their friends that shit. But they might tell a person that they don't even know. Or they might say, I can't stand my father. My father tried to misuse me. Or my mother tried to do this to me. They ain't going to tell their friend that, but they'll tell a stranger. And sometimes that's how it go. Because a stranger don't know you. And they're going to give you some advice that might help you. Whereas your friend is trying to be your friend. Okay, but anyway, but that Trotter shit, that Bishop Trotter, that fucked me up. I'm like, this is a man who we went to Israel with. When my mother went to Israel, I was with her. Because my brother sent us to Israel. With all that drug money and shit. He's a big drug dealer. Y'all know who I'm talking about up in Milwaukee, up in here. During that time. So, I come from money, okay? I ain't no poor-ass motherfucker, okay? Even though I bought this demolished trailer that you see me rehabbing, okay? But I did that purposely because I didn't want to have a mortgage. And at this age that I am, when I see people working at Walmart, the old-ass motherfuckers working at Walmart and the gas station and shit, I'm like, oh, fuck no. I ain't gonna do that. I want to travel and shit, do some shit, and, not wearing a lot of clothes or having to drive the fanciest car, but I want to live decently. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, when I saw that, because I went to Israel with my mom, and I met this guy. And when I met him, I knew he was gay. You motherfuckers can't fool me. I said, this motherfucker gay. But my mother, what? She just loves him. She loves Bishop Trotter. She loves him. And I said to myself, this motherfucker gay. But if I was to tell her that, she would be upset. She probably would stop speaking. That's how serious people are. People get mad at you when they believe in shit. I got people right now who I knew that were gay friends. I had some gay friends. Y'all like gay friends because gay people and shit, they be partying and shit. They could be some of the nicest motherfucking people. And every woman who is a diva has a gay friend. Because a gay man can tell you how to get a straight man. Because he knows what men like. Because he's really a man. Because he like men too, though. And that's why when you look at all these diva shows, Atlanta Housewives and shit, and you always see gay guys on there, that's why they got a gay guy with them, because the gay guy is educating them and schooling them on how to get a man, how to keep a man, what to do and what not to do. They know because they gay and they're men. I wouldn't trust them around my man and shit though, okay? Just like I said, they like men too. So when you see Nene Leakes and shit, she had a gay friend. Y'all remember her on Atlanta Housewives? And then come find out the gay guy uh, behind her back got $10,000 from her husband. 10 grand from her husband. Okay. So I wonder what was he doing. Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying. You ain't gonna just give somebody no $10,000 unless they bending over. Okay. So anyway, let me just move on a little bit. I don't want to stress this too long. But yeah, TD Jakes is coming after the bloggers. So if you are on YouTube like I am right now, be careful. Damn, it's 56 minutes. I got to get out of here in 4 minutes. Okay. Just be aware that he is looking at any copyright material. So don't put none of his shit up there. And I got to go back and take his pictures and shit down. Okay. I ain't going to put his picture up there, but I'm going to, change it up a little bit. But he ain't really looking at me because I'm a small blogger. You ain't fucking with my money because ain't nobody giving me no money. I got my own shit. But there's a lot of bloggers that are on YouTube to make lots of money. Like Willie D, Tisa Tales, Tasha K, who is being sued by Kevin Hart. The shrimp is suing Tasha K. Basically saying that Tasha K is trying to extort $250,000 from him. Because people come on Tasha K YouTube channel and be telling a lot of shit. Like Brother Belai came on talk about Will Smith. He came in the room when he was working with Will Smith. He came and opened the door, and Will Smith was bent over on the couch, and the white, I forgot the guy's name, but it's Tisha Campbell's husband, was murdering him. He said murdering him, but he was getting screwed in the butt. But he said he was murdering him. I was like, damn. That shit was funny as hell. And I'm saying to myself, and you watched it, and people not gonna say nothing, but Brother Belai, he's Muslim, but he gay too, allegedly. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Brother Belai, Brother Gay Belai. That's just me talking, but I can just see people and know that they're gay. It don't take too long, and that comes from discernment, but it also comes from being a nurse for so many years and looking up different characteristics about a person. It's like if you're around a gay person for a long time, you begin to pick up the gay characteristics. You just do. It's like if you be around a liar for a long time, you begin to learn how to lie. If you're around a person that's honest, then you begin to be more honest. And that's the same thing in any situation. Now, there are men who have some feminine characteristics, but they're not gay. I can identify them too. But the gay shit, I know them automatically. When I see them, I'll be like, gay, 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 and growing up and around in Atlanta in the gay community. I told you my story about the gay community and shit and friends and shit that I used to have that was gay. Even when I was younger, my sister at the time took me to see the drag show when I was younger. I just turned like 18 or something. We went to the drag show, and I was just amazed with all the costumes and shit. you know. And after the show and shit, I'm like, let's go talk to him. She said, no, no. I'm like, yeah, I want to go talk to him and shit. So I would talk to him, but I'd be looking all up in their face and shit, trying to detect the man part of them. I'd be looking at this and shit. I was trying to see how much man they look like. And it could always never fool me. They could never fool me. I don't care how much makeup a man got on. You can't fool me. Because a man cannot look like a woman when all that stuff is off of them. And when I look at a man that has makeup on, I can see him looking straight at him without his makeup. Without his clothes, I can look at that body and tell what their body looks like without the clothes. So when you look at a man, you're looking for a long torso and shorter legs than you would a woman. He can't change that. He can wear dresses to distract that, to make him look like he got a waist, cutting some ribs out, shaving the Adam's apples. A lot of shit that he can do, but there's certain shit that he can't change. Can't change the big ass hands, big ass feet. Can't do that. There's just certain things you can't change that you know to look for. But if you're drunk in a club and they got beautiful blonde hair and baddie eyelashes and shit, nice lipstick and shit, nice skin, good makeup and shit on, you don't know, smelling good, and you think you got something, you be like, I'll take her to the bathroom, we're gonna go outside. You go out to the car, the guy out there sucking you off, you think it's a woman, or you may not know, and you may not even think it's a woman, but you go in your mind, you pretending that's a woman, but you know it's a dude sucking you off. You just having a good time. And the next time they see you out somewhere, you be like, I don't know you. And now you want to kill them. Now you want to kill them because you realize that you already know that they're a man. You knew it. You knew it from the beginning. So anyway, so yeah, that's what's happening with TD Jakes. He's coming back and he's fighting like Eddie Long. I got 7 stones. I ain't thrown one yet. But all I got to do is repent. That's all I got to do. I just got to repent and tell the Lord that I'm not going to do it anymore. Please forgive me. And I'm good. See, that's where the lies start. That's where the lies start. You can't keep repenting. You repent. At some point, God is like, wait a minute. You done repented 10,000 times. That's enough of you. Behead your ass. So I'm getting ready to get out of here. And I already talked about Tyler Perry and that incident. But like I said, there's going to be a lot more people that are going to come out with Tyler Perry. And this Christian Key shit, the guy who come out and didn't say Tyler Perry's name, is holding it. Look, you getting on my motherfucking nerves with that shit. Either you gonna come out and say the fuck who did this shit to you, or you need to shut the fuck up. First, I was showing sympathy and shit for your ass. But see, now you done pissed me the fuck off. Because you teasing and shit. If you so worried and so concerned if other people are being dogged out by this man, Tyler Perry, and misusing him, that means he's still doing it, and you know he's doing it. So why wouldn't you come out? Maybe you're not coming out because maybe, just maybe, you bent over. For real. Maybe you did bend over. Or maybe you, did some other shit that you just don't want to come out and say. But you're trying to get a little payday going on. But whatever it is, shut the fuck up. I've had enough of you. So I'm not going to be talking about Christian Keys anymore. I'm just lying. Soon as some new shit come out, I'm going to be talking about it. But anyway, let me get out of here. And for those who have been watching my home rehab and shit that I did, I got a few little things that I need to do. But at the end of the day, I am really proud of myself in finishing up the living room. I do have to purchase some rugs and shit like that. Excuse me, but I just wanted to show you guys the living room real quick. but the major stuff is really gone. It's really doing its thing. And like as a young person, you guys can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. You could do anything the fuck you want to do if you want to do it. Nobody can't tell you what you can and cannot do. You know, at my age, people probably, what you doing? You can't do this and you can't do that. Yes, the fuck I can. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. Okay, with prayer. Okay, so this is the end result of the living room. So you guys can see that. Turn this other light on so you can see a little bit better. So I got 2 rooms down. Well, I don't know what happened to that light. But anyway, so this is the living room, okay? And I like my little blue light and shit, right? Let's see. Y'all can see that. So this is the living room. And I painted this room. I put panel flooring down. Repaired some walls that were open. There was a hole in the floor. I did that. It was a lot to do, but I finished it. So now I just got a few more things to do, like a rug, and then I'm going to hit the kitchen. I'm going to get the kitchen next, which I'm almost through with that as well. But anyway, thank you guys for following me. I appreciate it. And I hope each and every one of you live your life, treat people right, because that's all you can do at this point. One love.